so allow me to ask for give me permission to ask.
Go
So
ahead.
my first question, uh, beginners struggle to speak while speaking English to collect thoughts and vocabulary. Suppose I learned today five vocabulary, and I want to use in the conversation, and I'm not able to. I forget. Then how could I manage? How will I be able to manage this problem? Do you have any specific idea, any tips, tricks?
I have a sure short technology. You can say plan, strategy, trick, tip, whatever. See, one thing is for sure that Rome was not built in a day. You need to practice, you need your 100%, and also you have to rehearse. That means to say, for example, you have picked five important words, right, out of the lot. You loved those words. Now you are looking forward to use them in your conversation, right? So the best thing is first you note down those five words. Whatever those five words are, note it down somewhere. When you note it down, then try to look for the synonyms. Synonyms, I hope you understand what are synonyms,
Yeah.
right? In Hindi we say paryayvachi, right? So we note down a few synonyms as well. Okay. Now comes how to remember those words for a long period of time to use them practically when you actually need them. Pick one word, go slow, pause yourself, relax. Use that word at least 4 to 5 times in a day. Repeat that word. Now, for example, there is a word impeccable. The word is impeccable. Impeccable means flawless, something which is perfect, okay, which doesn't have any error or flaw in it. Now, you have to use this word impeccable at least 5 times. Don't have to
Yeah,
repeat the word.
I have
You
to
don't have
use,
to.
if I had to learn any word, specific word, so I have to use them accessibly so that I can fix them in my mind. Yeah, I got it. So let's move in, to our second, question. So my second question is, many people afraid of speaking English. So how to address this problem, ma'am? Could you, tell me any tips and tricks?
Yes, yes, I can tell you again. This is always a practical and pragmatic approach to learning any new skill set. Now, for you, English is a new language, right? See, basically, our native language is not English, right? Our native languages, for say, for both of us, is Hindi, right? So, what we do is we exactly translate, we start translating the sentence from our native language into English. Don't do that. Stop doing that. If you are doing, that is the root cause which is protecting from you to address the elephant in the room. Now the main problem is that you can't speak. So why you can't speak? You can't speak because you are thinking in Hindi. Now what your mind is transmitting the message is you are thinking in Hindi and you are translating into English. For example, मेरा सर चक्कर खा रहा है. You can't say my head is eating circles. चक्कर खा रहा है is in Hindi. My head is
I
eating
feel
circle is a wrong English. Okay, is wrong, wrongly phrased. So you have to say I am feeling giddy. So always make it a point. Don't mix two languages together. Hindi has its own beauty. English has its own beauty. What we are doing nowadays is we are blending it brutally both the languages together and then we want to use refined English, it's not going to happen. So to be honest, stop translating. Think in English, speak in English. And whenever you find yourself stuck, just you all have mobiles nowadays, okay? It's a it's an asset we all have. Just Google it. It's as simple. As simple.
okay.
If you
Thank you.
find yourself stuck using a word, just Google it quickly. And when you Google it, mind it. We have a list of synonyms also. Synonyms means again paryayvachi, the words which
Yes.
have the same meaning. But at the same time, always mark it that each and every synonym is not going to be used everywhere. Are you getting my point? Like you
Yes.
have a word and it has 5 to 6 synonyms. Now find a proper word according to the context. Where do you want to use that word is very important. So first
Okay.
important is vocabulary.
Okay.
Learn the
That's
vocabulary.
enough, ma'am.
Use it in sentences. What my point is, use that word like impeccable I given you. That impeccable word should be used in a sentence.
Yes, right.
This picture is impeccable. My room
Ac-
is impeccable. So use it in a sentence. When you use it in a sentence, then only it will be of
Yeah, you mean to
useful.
you
It will
mean
be
to say
useful
that
for you.
you mean to say that if you learn any vocabulary, then bring them in practical way, in practical way, and use them in your daily life. Yeah, that's very
Exactly.
great, and I will
Exactly.
follow also. Okay, so my third questions, and can you? I would like to know about your journey of learning English. Actually,
My
yes,
okay. My journey. Actually, to be very honest, I have been in this field for the last 35 years. Right. So I got my first tuition when I was in my 10th standard. And I love this language so much that you can call this language as my lifeblood. Right? I love this language so much. I can't live without English. So that's it. So basically, what my point is that if you want to be fluent, if you want to be good at anything, then you have to fall in love with that skill set. If you want to learn English, you have to fall in love with English. You shouldn't be scared or fearful of it. If you are scared of something, it's not going to happen. You
yes,
have
yes,
to fall in love. Now once you fall in love with that language, for example, we are talking about language in this session. So when you fall in love with something, then you like everything about it. So you are
yes,
not
right.
no more scared about it. If sometimes you have a new word, you must be curious to know what does it mean. Now once you got the point that okay, now I know that the meaning of this word is so and so, start using it. Deliberately use करो. Deliberately means
Yes,
जानबूझ के
yes,
उस word को use करो आप. Deliberately
yes,
use करो. So what happens slowly and gradually you will find yourself comfortable with new words, because now you know the trick that okay, I don't have to just write down a new word. Basically I have to use that new word from now onward. So make it a point that you have to use it. As far as my journey is concerned, my journey was very troublesome, and it was full of pain, because I am convent educated student, and when I was in my school, my teachers used to bully me, my classmates used to bully me, because up to 6th standard I was not able to frame even a simple sentence in English properly.
okay, thank you, ma'am. Yeah,
Right.
so please, sorry for interrupting you. So let's allow me to ask for four questions. Many people think that how much grammar is important for English, and what to learn sentences, modal and phrasal verb and idioms, adverb, and lot
You
of
have,
things are
excuse
in
me, you have
grammar.
brought
So first, let me
eight
finish.
seconds,
Let me finish,
eight
ma'am.
seconds, 8 seconds. You have brought a set of questions for me, I think so.
No, no, I have one question. Actually, so how much grammar is important for speaking English only?
Grammar
One
is
who
100%.
one who is not preparing for any government exams, any for and one who only want to speak English. So how much grammar is important for them?
Grammar is 101% important for every field, whether you are preparing for competitive level or for spoken English. If you don't know the sentence structure, how would you be able to speak in English? So that's a bullshit going on the social media. This grammar is not at all important. How, may I ask, how grammar is not important? Right? Can you speak in English if you don't know ABCD?
No, no,
Tell me.
no.
No. What was the first lesson that you were taught by your teachers when you were in your nursery standard? Do you remember? They taught you how to draw lines. Did you get it? Did you got my point? They taught you how to draw straight line, then they came to the slanting lines, then slanting towards the left side, and then the horizontal line. In this way, you were taught how to make A. They taught you. Then we moved to B. So that is a very simple and very wise question. So I don't know that why people ask this question. Grammar is 101% important. If grammar is not important, then tell me the way how to speak in English. Is there any other
No,
way?
Yeah, my question was only that, how much and what grammar is important for spoken English. You know, adverbs we should learn, all, you know, grammar, or only one part is very, sufficient for speaking English.
Each and
I'm not, I
every
was, my
each
question
and
was not,
every part, listen, each and every part and each and every chapter is very, very important. Now it's your approach, that how much do you know. Grammar is itself a wide range. There is a
yes, ma'am.
lot to be learned in grammar. If you
Yes,
want to learn simple sentences, then you can say, I'm a good boy, I have seen a rat. I am a good boy, I have seen a rat. These two sentences follow a different structure as far as compared to the tenses. If you say, I am a good boy, that is your simple present. And if you say, I have seen a rat, that is your present perfect. Nobody is going to ask, I can understand your question. Nobody is going to ask you that whether this is a present perfect or past perfect or future perfect. But how could you deliver a sentence perfectly without knowing basically the structure? Have you learned that chapter, subject verb agreement? Do you remember? Subject verb agreement? You don't remember. Okay, so if I say you that I teacher M, is this sentence correct?
no,
Then why grammar is not important? This teaches us that subject verb agreement is important. What is the subject verb agreement? Subject verb agreement follows different pattern of sets. The first important rule is SVO. Now SVO stands for subject should be followed by verb, and then it should be followed by the rest of the sentence. That means I am a teacher is the perfect sentence. So I here is the subject, M is your verb, which is considered as helping verb, and A is your article, and teacher is your noun. So now you combine this bombastic combination, and now you will be able to speak that correct sentence, I am a teacher. But again, the question is still there, the problem is still there. You ask me how much percentage of grammar is important. That depends on you. What is your criteria? What do you want to do? If you want to be a teacher, then you have to
yeah,
learn it, right? If you want to speak, then 40 to 45% is important. But if you want to be accurate, you understand, accurate माने गलती इतनी सी भी नहीं करनी है, then
yeah.
100% grammar is important. So it depends on you, what do you want.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, right. Thank you for, let giving me all these informations. I will follow. Yeah.
Then
So
again you are saying informations is no word. You can say pieces of information, you don't put s with information.
yes, right.
Okay,
Thank you,
so
ma'am.
any other question?
No, I don't have any questions right. Right now.
So lovely
Yes.
conversation, Yogend. I love this conversation because you are the first one to ask me very relevant and very interesting and wise questions.
Thank you, ma'am.
Otherwise, we normally what happens? Normally, what happens? We lose the track. We don't know what to ask and what to answer. So
Yes,
I
right,
hope
right.
that you also enjoyed this session a lot, right?
Yes, yes. Yes, ma'am. So thank you for giving me precious time. Yes, and what you have told me, I will follow definitely.
Please follow. Please follow. That is the simplest way. I see we have a gap. We know all, but we do nothing. So that
Yes,
shouldn't be. If we know something, then start doing it. Don't only think, start acting also the same way.
yeah. Thank you.
Okay, Logan. So bye bye. Good
Nice to meet
afternoon.
you.
Bye.
Have a
Take
nice day,
care.
ma'am.
Same to you.
Okay.
Same to you. Bye
Yeah.
bye.